What's up, guys? Harry here, known as Trade Shop, bringing you this pump live and direct as always. And I bring you these daily updates every single day, updating you on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the crypto markets. And if you think that's interesting, I definitely think first you should press the blue button, which is the like. And then if you want to get these daily updates where I keep it nice, short, and sweet, then I think you should go ahead and press the subscribe button. But with all of that YouTube general stuff out of the way, let's get into the chart. So looking at the charts here, we've had a nice pump this morning. Elon Musk, I do have to say, was part of this pump. Why? Because he went on Clubhouse this morning and he said Bitcoin's great. But I'm not bearish on this chart, and I've been saying this. This is exactly, to be honest, it's one of the institutional methods I was talking about. And for the past 3 days, guys, I've been saying about how this is, we have now our mitigation, right? So we have range, we have breakout, and then we have mitigation, and then continuation, right? So this is your initiation, your mitigation, and that's the institutional method that I did describe in my videos before. But this is the continuation part, and if we can close an hourly above this 34,749, then I don't see why Bitcoin doesn't tread up at least to 36,800 and beyond. I do think we'll probably come here and tap this high here. I think there's just a minor resistance here, maybe even here. But I do think we come and tap this high at 38,000, have a small pullback there, and we're up and onwards. So I do think this is being resolved. And let's have a quick look at the 4 hour. 4 hour just needs to close where it is now in 2 hours and 40 minutes. If that's able to happen, I do see us coming up to 37,000 easy. And any closure above 37,000, 40,000, 46,000, I don't see why it's out of the cards, and we'll start talking about higher and higher targets. I just want to quickly show you the monthly closure we've had on Bitcoin. We had a monthly closure. It closed with a wick, which could be worrying. You could see, look, bear market, bear market. But I do have to say something. There is a traditional trading strategy which is called wick fills. And if you do have a wick fill with bullish momentum following the trend, then I don't see why uh, we don't have this wick actually be filled here, and that's coming in at 42,000, the top of that range. So it might be a simple wick fill. And looking how we've opened, and we've opened bullish, right? Because if the momentum wanted to turn down, we should see some sort of, we did have a bit of a lower wick here, but that's giving us a base. So if you want to be super aggressive, uh, well, we're working off a monthly, but I'll just leave it at that. It gets a bit complicated, but instead of being bearish, we could have a wick fill, which is what I'm trying to present. But based on past data, it's not the best looking thing, but it's not a death sentence in itself. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we'll start looking at Stokes. I want to check if I do know already that I want to show you something that's very interesting. 1 hour Stokes, they would cross down if we get below 34,600, which would make sense because what would that mean? That would mean we wouldn't close above our resistance and we'd probably come back and trade down to 33,000 and maybe even lower. It's not a problem in itself. Any lower prices coming 33, I mean, this area here, I'm looking at a major opportunity for a trade, and this is not financial advice, of course. And you take trades at your own risk. But personally, for me, I won't mind coming in here because this is looking like a classical institutional play. You have a range, you have initiation, mitigation, and now continuation. And where's my risk management? Well, obviously, this $30,000 level on a daily closure would be the best place to keep my risk management. And if you get your order filled in at like maybe around this area here, and then your risks at 30, let's say even 29, it's only 5% risk. So it looks like a nice trade. And on top of that, the one thing that makes me really eager to get this trade is I'll show you this now. Are you ready, guys? You have to be prepared. Look how the Stokes, I mean, Stokes, let's just go on the 1 hour. They would cross down. 2 hours should be up. 4 hour, 3 hour will also be up. 4 hours should be up. Yep. And they're all turning up, which is looking very good. I mean, looking at this, we're having nothing. But look at the daily. Look what the daily has caught, guys. Can you look at this? This is insane, amazing signal. Ready? Boom! Look at that, guys. It caught the trend line to the T. perfectly. And look where the risk management is coming. These stokes to turn down need to get below what? 30,000. I mean, this is why I want to get the trade in, is because there's so many confirmations here. But look how perfectly it caught that stoke. And this is why 30,000 is that critical level. If we do end up closing below there on a daily, then I can talk about lower levels. But until then, this has caught the dip at September. If you remember, that was our dip from 12,000 to back down to 9,000. 800 and then around 10,000, and then it also caught March dip, which was from the pandemic, So YouTube picks up on me talking about that, and it probably won't promote this video now. But anyways, I want yeah, we can call it that. It's all right. But if you look at it here, look, we caught this dip now, so that look what happens after the dip. So here's your September dip that it caught, right? This is where your trend line would come in. You can see if I bring in my drawings, look at the dip it caught here. Boom, and then look what happened afterwards. We flew, and then look at the P dip it caught, right? And look what happened. Immediately bought back up. Took us from 4,000 all the way up till 12,400. And now it's catching this dip. So what do you think happens next, guys? I mean, ideally, I want to see something happen like this, right? For me personally, I want to see it do something like this, right? Come up, come down, fill my, get my order in, and then continue up. But that's how life is as a trader, right? You don't, the market doesn't do what you always want it to do, and you just have to adapt. You have to adapt to the times. And it's totally fine if we want to continue up. That's why we hodl. Hodl is a very good strategy, isn't it? So, going back on the lower time frames, why is my Stokes not going away? There we go. Going back on the lower time frames, I mean, we are getting a bit of a sell-off. I do think this will sort of get puked. Now, don't hold me fully accountable for this because this is a bit of, but based on my experience, I do think we might trade down a little bit lower. Why? Just looking at how the structure is formed, as well as I think volume would be low on this, and we can have a look here, and indeed it is. You can see volume is very low here, which is telling me, is this move really real, or is this kind of to fake people out? All right, we're moving, come back down, liquidate a few longs, come here, fill my order nicely, and then we fly. But look at the Elon Musk pump before. Excuse me, look at the Elon Musk pump before, and then look at the volume here. So I mean, we could continue up, don't count me on this. And I don't mind if we continue up. If we do close, I said on the 4 hour, remember, if we close above this level here, 34,500, I don't see why we don't go back up to, around here, 37,000. Anyways, let's quickly look at Ethereum. Ethereum's really boring. It's holding my box super, super, super nice. We had a test to this box. It's just stuck in this really terrible range. Looking at the daily Stokes, let's see if they caught that. I mean, they're just playing on this line here. I would really like to see it catch this and turn up. Bitcoin could drive Ethereum to do that, but I think this FUD about the CMEs is really holding it back a little bit. But when Ethereum moves, it will move big. As long as we're holding this trend line on a daily, which is, you can see it clearly. If I go back to a daily, I don't have any issues. So that would mean if Ethereum closes, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't, based on structure, if it breaks 1100, then we have problems. But that might happen with we might have the CME sell-off, come back here, scare everyone, and then boom, 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 something like that. But I definitely think if Ethereum's gonna pop, it's gonna pop big. So with that being said, remember guys, take care, trade sharp, and see you tomorrow.